So how's your success rate when it comes to long COVID?
Well, knock on wood, right now we're doing well. So, but I mean, we have about a dozen folks that we're working with, and so again, the way I approach it is thinking of COVID as something that dysregulated your immune system, and the end result is a massive inflammatory response, right? So what we term when we took our sort of training through the A4M, they talk about a chronic inflammatory response syndrome. And there are multiple triggers for that. Lyme can be one, Epstein-Barr, mold toxicity, heavy metals, et cetera. And now, sort of, I look at it as well as is COVID perhaps one of these that is going to trigger kind of this chronic inflammatory response? And how do we sort of start working to, again, bit by bit, start decreasing these inflammatory pathways through, again, we maximize the basic things first, like how are you sleeping? We have younger people who are late high school, early college. Like, how do you get a college student to maximize sleep, let's say, right? It's something that most of us when we were in college kind of didn't do very well, right? And so it's really looking at all those basic things first: stress modulation and cortisol and nutrition and all those things. And then once we've done that, then we start saying, okay, same thing. Let's look at some of these metabolic pathways. We also use some alternative therapies like low dose naltrexone and other things that are available. And then the other interesting thing, which I think, again, I'd probably pick your brain on at some point more and more, is how to utilize things like exosome therapy for long COVID, for example, because of the benefit that exosomes have, especially for an inflammatory cascades. So it's something that we're looking at with a couple of our cases right now to see how do we weave that in as part of the therapeutic kind of window for these folks.